Hi everyone, welcome to Arpita Sharma classes. I am Arpita Sharma, your educator, and today we are going to decode the Hindu newspaper for 22nd of March 2021. तो 2021 का हिंदू न्यूज़पेपर डिकोड करने जा रहे हैं. There are most important topics that we are going to cover today, and some important topics we are also going to take from the Indian Express newspaper today. Okay, so on this note, let's start the class. Session शुरू करते हैं. Okay, now before starting the session, I have a question. If you have given UPSC CSE Mains 2020 and you are expecting your results of the same, then here's a small announcement for those students. Unacademy has launched the Last Mile, which is a comprehensive interview guidance program for UPSC CSE 2020. Now it's a free program. I've given you the link also in the description box below the video. So at Unacademy, we know that cracking this written exam is just the first part of your journey. The real test is in the personal interview, right? So there are different questions in the personal interview, like questions surrounding your interest, current affairs, general knowledge, aptitude, critical thinking, etc. So to help you sail through the personal interview with at most ease, we have curated the Last Mile. Last Mile is a complimentary CSE interview guidance program. So you can click on this register button now. You can register for free, and Unacademy's team is going to connect with you within 48 hours. Once the mains 2020 results are declared now, then the team will connect with you. So there will be three phase program. First phase will be the training phase, wherein you will be trained by bureaucrats on Unacademy, top Unacademy educators also. Then they will help you to create your DAF, etc. Then the phase 2 will consist of the mock interviews, wherein the IS officers, bureaucrats, IPS, IRS officers are going to take your interview. And then the last phase will be your feedback phase, wherein you will be getting to know your shortcomings where you can improve. So this is the interview panel and mentors that are going to help you in the CSE. We have retired IAS MS Dagar sir, Durga Shakti Nagpal ma'am, Amanpreet ma'am, Harish Pad sir, and then we have Harish bin Zaman, who is an IPS officer as well. Then we have Pranal Patel sir, ex-IAS officer and Unacademy educator Rakesh Verma sir as well. We have IPS officer G Rajput sir, Praveen Kishore sir है हमारे पास यहाँ पर. So you can see the panel over here who are going to guide you and motivate you throughout the journey. And we have various success stories. Various different toppers have participated in this, and they have also scored really well in their interview. So we have Sanjita Mohapatra ma'am, Neha Banerjee ma'am, Muskan Jindal ma'am. They have also participated in this, the Last Mile, the comprehensive interview guidance program by Unacademy. So I've given you the link in the description box. If you have given your mains 2020 exam, then click on the link and register for free for your interview call. Okay, chalo. So let's start the class शुरू करते हैं. So on the first page we have news: Myanmar border shut amid strains over refugee crisis. So finally India has sealed all the entry points, the crucial points along the border with Myanmar, and we are monitoring the border areas to prevent any Myanmar national from entering the country. We all know about the issue which is going on in Myanmar, right? People belonging to the Chin community, which is in Myanmar, they are trying to migrate to Mizoram in order to escape the military crackdown that is going on in Myanmar. So that is why we have sealed the border right now with Myanmar. There's a tussle between the center and the Mizoram on the issue that has created a tough time for New Delhi, also for the security agencies also to handle the situation on ground, the influx of people which are entering Mizoram, right? So the Chin community is very important. It belongs to Myanmar, that you have to remember for prelims. So when we look at India and Myanmar, we have a free movement regime, FMR. But in March 2020, FMR was suspended because of COVID-19, and right now no one has been allowed since March 2020 from Myanmar side to enter into India. So the fallout of this was that there has been an increase in smuggling across the border, as the livelihood of people have been disrupted because of the pandemic, and illegally people are trying to enter India. So Myanmar border is unfenced because of this regime. The border was unfenced, because of which many people started entering into India. So India has a 1643 kilometer border with Myanmar, and Mizoram shares a 510 kilometer long border with Myanmar. It has a visa free movement regime, that is the FMR, for people living within 16 kilometer on either side of the border, known as FMR, free movement regime. ये एक bilateral arrangement है, agreement है म्यांमार और इंडिया के बीच में, under which Myanmar people are allowed free movement, right? Indian and Myanmar citizens both are allowed free movement within 16 kilometer of the border only. This is important. Okay, this point is very important. Now coming on to the next important article, center warns of COVID-19 increase at Kumbh. The Kumbh Mela, so here this is going on right now, and the health ministry team has reported that nearly 10 to 20 pilgrims and 10 to 20 locals at the ongoing Kumbh Mela in Haridwar, Uttarakhand, they are being reported positive every day. This could increase the number of COVID-19 positive cases. So here let us understand for art and culture, Kumbh Mela is the festival of the sacred pitcher, which is, we have studied about it in the Hindu mythological stories as well, that Lord Vishnu was running with that pitcher of Amrit, right? And he dropped some, droplets of that Amrit into at some 4 places where we celebrate the Kumbh Mela in today's time. So it's the largest public gathering and collective act of faith anywhere in the world. We have crowds which gather at the confluence of Ganga, Yamuna and mystical the Saraswati river. And this Mela was included in the list of intangible cultural heritage of humanity by UNESCO in 2017. Another very important topic point for prelims. So here you can see at Haridwar, Allahabad, Ujjain and Nasik, at 4 places we have this Kumbh Mela. It is celebrated 4 times over a course of 12 years. हरिद्वार में ये गंगा रिवर के आसपास होता है उत्तराखंड में, then in Ujjain on the Shipra in Madhya Pradesh, Nashik on Godavari in Maharashtra and Prayagraj at confluence of Ganges, Yamuna and the Saraswati river in Uttar Pradesh. Okay, point clear? So basically it is celebrated over 4 locations in India. Okay, and the site of celebration of this Mela keeps on rotating. Each site celebration is based on a different astrological positions of Sun, Moon and Jupiter. Okay, so right now this Mela is going on in कहाँ पर हो रहा है? Haridwar, Uttarakhand. Okay. Now the next important topic is BJP banks on neighborhood Namghars in Assam. This is a very important topic and actually very interesting when it comes to culture. Okay, Namghars को ना generally इस तरीके की news को बच्चे ignore कर देते हैं. Generally these kind of news they get ignored by students. But focus on this news. We are going to talk about Namghars. So let us understand why they are in news and then we will understand what actually are Namghars. So the mandate 2021 has made the Namghar a common feature across Assamese villages and urban localities, quite special. Now, the annual grant of 2.5 lakh per community prayer hall has been started by the Sonowal government. Now, basically because of the voting season that is going on right now, this step has been taken. But what actually is Namghar? So 5 centuries ago, there was a saint reformer named as Srimant Shankara Deva. Okay, so he was a saint, holy saint Srimant Sankara 5 centuries ago, and his disciples introduced the Namghars as a place of congregation, that is collective worship for local level spiritual, cultural and educational events. एक ऐसी जगह जहां पर collectively spiritual, cultural और educational आध्यात्मिक events या फिर academic events launch किए जाते थे. And over the time, these structures yielded space for political discussions also. Later on, political discussions were also taking place, because see, later on with time we saw politics merging with religion also, right? So these are Namghars. Now let us understand holistically. So Namghars, they are traditional Vaishnavite monasteries of Assam. You have to remember the place also where these Namghars belong to. And these Namghars means prayer halls. Namghar, नाम का मतलब जो नाम जाप आप करते हो, ठीक है, और घर का मतलब हो जाता है, आपको पता ही है, dwelling place. Okay, so these are meant for congregational worship which is associated with the entire Assamese community and Ek Sharana sect of Hinduism. Underline this as well. Which sect or which group of Hinduism? Ek Sharana sect of Hinduism, which is native to Assam. This is important for pre. ये important है pre के लिए. ठीक है. So besides forming the primary structure used for worship, they also function as meeting houses, theaters for dramatic performances, that is Bahuna, that takes place in Assam during cultural events. So Namghar is also known as Kirtangar. You are doing नाम जाप over here. आप कीर्तन कर रहे हो, सत्संग कर रहे हो, तो इसलिए इसको कीर्तनगर भी बोलते हैं. And it is also the central structure in the Satras. Satras means the monasteries of the Ek Sharana sect of Hinduism. Okay, so they were introduced in Assam by many Shankara Deva, by many holy saints, Shankara Deva, Madhava Deva, Damodar Deva, etc. Okay. Now the next important article, Ahom warrior, a symbol of Atmanirbhar military. Atmanirbhar word means self-reliance. आत्मनिर्भर का मतलब क्या होता है? सेल्फ रिलायंस होता है, ठीक है. सो प्राइम मिनिस्टर ऑफ इंडिया इज कॉल्ड 17th century Ahom general Lachit Borphukan, who's a symbol of India's Atmanirbhar military might. So Lachit Borphukan was a commander in the Ahom dynasty, which was located in present day Assam, and he showed exemplary leadership in the Battle of Saraighat that took place in 1671. So in your ancient history के लिए, not ancient, yes, medieval history you can say, right? So medieval history के लिए बहुत important है. For medieval history, this topic is very important. Make sure you study the Battle of Saraighat in 1671. It was a naval battle, that is, navies were involved in the battle, which was fought between Mughal Empire and Ahom Kingdom. And 24th November is observed as Lachit Divas in Assam in honor of Lachit Borphukan, to mark his heroism, to celebrate his heroism and the victory of Assamese army at Battle of Saraighat. Very important topic, बहुत important topic है. Make sure that you study the Battle of Saraighat in detail. Now the next important article, return of the sociable house sparrow. So house sparrow population was in decline in the cities, but now as per the Nature Forever Society president, due to the citizen-led movements across various states, the population of house sparrows is increasing right now. So house sparrow is a bird of the sparrow family Passeridae. It is found in most parts of the world, and this house sparrow, it also is found in countries like China, Japan, right? India, right? India में पाया जाता है, but not in countries like China, Japan, and Antarctica. Except China, Japan, and Antarctica, it is native to Eurasia and North Africa. India में भी house sparrow throughout the country पाया जाता है. You must have seen a house sparrow, and during lockdown also it was witnessed. So it is found up to Assam Valley and lower parts of Assam Hills. In the eastern Himalayas, the house sparrow species is replaced by Eurasian tree sparrow. It's the same family. Okay, so ये आपको याद रखना है कि ये हर कॉन्टिनेंट में है एक्सेप्ट अंटार्कटिका एंड कंट्रीज लाइक चाइना एंड जापान. इट इज नेटिव टू यूरेशिया एंड नॉर्थ अफ्रीका. Okay, so as per the IUCN Red List, it is under the least concerned category, and March 20 is celebrated every year to spread the awareness about the bird house sparrow. Okay, it is a state bird of Bihar and Delhi. Very important point, ये याद रखिएगा. Now in the Indian Express newspaper, there is a very important article, that is the legacy of Tomar King Anangpal II and his connection with Delhi. So who was this King Anangpal? See, government has recently formed a committee to popularize the legacy of 11th century Tomar King Anangpal II. Now when we study medieval history, we study the Rajput clan, and in the Rajput clans there were small other clans, right? Part of Rajput only. We had Chamanas, ठीक है, and we had Tomars, then we had Chauhans also, ठीक है, Chauhans भी इसी category को belong करते थे. So Tomars are also, you can say, they are also part of Rajput. They belonged to the Tomar dynasty that ruled parts of present-day Delhi and Haryana between 8th and 12th centuries. They were succeeded by his grandson. Anangpal Tomar II was succeeded by his grandson known as Prithviraj Chauhan, who was defeated by Ghurid forces in the Battle of Tarain. जिसके बाद दिल्ली सल्तनत आ गया था इंडिया में 1192 में. And Tomar dynasty shifted its capital in the 8th century to Dilkapuri, that is दिल्ली. दिल्ली को बोला जाता था दिल्ली कापुरी, ठीक है. So he gave Delhi its present name, जो आज का दिल्ली आप नाम देते हो, ये नाम तोमार किंग अनंगपाल II ने ही दिया था. एंड ही ऑल्सो बिल्ट द लाल कोट फोर्ट, जो आप लाल कोट फोर्ट देखते हो ये भी इन्होंने ही बनाया था. एंड द अनंगताल बाउली ऑल्सो वॉज कंस्ट्रक्टेड बाय अनंगपाल II ओनली. ओके, so this was all for today, and also do not forget to register to the Last Mile, a comprehensive interview guidance program for UPSC CSE 2020. If you registered today, then within 48 hours you will be connected by the Unacademy team once the CSE Mains 2020 results are declared. Okay, तो फटाफट से आप इसको register कर लीजिए. Results आने ही वाले हैं Mains 2020 के. अगर आप इंटरव्यू की तैयारी करने की सोच रहे हैं तो this is your time. You can register for free. The link is given below in the description box. On this note, we are wrapping up the session. Thank you everyone for participating in the class.